It was almost every day between 1 and 3 in the morning. These pair of sandals would be found outside the chapel door. The sandals belonged to an old friar who never missed his prayer before the Blessed Sacrament and to pray the Rosary to the Blessed Virgin Mary. Father Antonio Luto, FM, a Franciscan, a man who had victoriously conquered himself on the world and had meekly overwhelmed the heart of God.
I must say that I have a very great admiration for Father Luto. He is a very good example to all of us, to all the members of the province. His spirit also of fraternity. He will participate to all initiatives, all meetings, and that is remind me someday I'm not the same way like him,
Father Luto, as he was fondly called, was born on January 17, 1915 in the town of Lauang in the northern part of Samar, Philippines.
Ang aking mga magulang ay si Sinon Luto at saka si Florencia Hiray. May akong mga kapatid, ika-4 akong lugar. Ang tatlo ay si Alberto, Isabel, Vicente, at ang bunso namin ay si Pipanyo. Ang akin naman namatay noong 36 anyos para siya. Ang nanay ko, 29 anyos, batang-bata pa. Ngayon, pagkamatay ng aking papa, awa sa amin ang aking ama sa pagbinyag, si Pablo Hiray. Ang ginawa niya ay kinuha ko doon sa pamilya namin. At inaruga ako doon at doon ako natili sa loob ng mga 10 anyos.
Although materially poor, the young Antonio was gifted with sharp intelligence and memory, a remarkable trait which even in his old age he still possessed.
At doon na pinagpag-aral ako sa grade 1. At nagkataon na ang maestra namin ay parientes pa namin, si Mrs. Adukal. At magaling naman magturo siya. Ako'y after 3 months ay nakababasa na ako ng kaunti. At doon, parang libre. Noong mismong taon na yan, ako'y nangahas mag-isa. Pumunta ko sa eskwelahan at nag-offer ako nang ako'y magpa-enroll. That was after almost 1 year. Pagdating, nakakakonti na ako ng English. Sabi sa akin ng maestro, "We cannot believe," sabi kanya. This child is only 7 years old. Sabi, "No, sir, I am already 11 years old." Say, "What? Do you speak English?" "Yes, sir." "Oh, come in." And enroll na kagad niya. Si Mr. Dalmasio ang pangalan doon.
When he was in grade 3, the young Antonio began his adventures in life, an experience that brought him in contact with the Franciscans.
Nung panahon ako yan, grade 3 na, ang aking ninong, ang aking maestro ay aking pinsan, matanda, distrikto rin masyado. Distrikto. Ginawa ko, lumayas ako sa eskwelahan at pumunta ako sa pari, Padre Angel Ranera, ang koraparo ko. Tinanggap ako ni Padre Ranera. At doon tinuruan ako ng Kastila. Sa halip na English, Kastila ni tinuro sa akin.
Father Angel Ranera, the parish priest, took notice of the highly gifted young Antonio. So he decided to bring him to Manila for education and training.
Sabi ng padre, ako iuwi na sa Espanya, kasama ka sa akin sa Manila. At papayarin ko ikaw ng piano sapagkat walang organista tayo dito. Sabi naman ng nanay ko, huwag. At naggalit ang Padre Angel. Sabi, ano ang kaunlaran dito ng anak mo kung hindi kasama? Sabi, Ikaw ang bahala. Kung ignorante ka mo, mag-ignorante lahat kayo. Yan. At pinambis ang nanay ko, sumama ko sa pari.
In 1929, the young Antonio Luto left his family for Manila. He stayed in the Franciscan convent in Intramuros. There he gradually became more attracted to the Franciscan life. On June 6, 1931, he transferred to the Seminario Serafico in San Francisco del Monte in Quezon City, now the provincial house of the Franciscans in the Philippines. This was the preparatory seminary of the Franciscan candidates of the order. It was here that Father Luto's formal seminary training began. 4 years later, on December 8, 1934, Father Luto with 7 other seminarians were accepted into the novitiate in the Franciscan convent and church in San Francisco del Monte. On December 9, 1935, he made his first profession of vows. And finally, he made his perpetual profession in 1937.
Sa 20 komentra kami, nakapasok sa novitiate, 17 lang. Ayun, itong 17, umalis ang iba, naging 7 na lang, ang 10 umalis. Després, sa katapos-tapusan, nung solemn fellowship na kami, 3 na lang kami.
3 lang kaya?
Oo. Ang iba na-delayed, ang iba naman pinalis, ano naman ay walang bukasyon talaga.
In 1941, the Second World War broke out. All the Filipino candidates were sent back to their home provinces, such as Laguna and Batangas. Luto and some others were to return to Samar via Bicol, but all means of transportation had already been cancelled. Therefore, they returned to San Francisco del Monte, and later on continued their theology studies at the University of Santo Tomas. Also studying during this time were other candidates that composed the second batch of Filipinos to join the order. One of them was the late Father Silvestre Murillo, OFM, who would later become the first vicar of the Vicariate of St. Gregory the Great of the Philippines. The other one was the late Father Roberto Manguiat, OFM, who was best remembered for his joviality and sense of humor. On March 20, 1943, His Excellency Michael James Duarte, the Archbishop of Manila, officiated the ordination of Father Antonio Luto, the first Filipino Franciscan.
Kahit na nung unang ako pag-sermon, ang mga tuhod ko'y nanginginig. Dahil ng mga tao doon hanggang sa pulpito, nakakyat doon sa may pinag-sermonan ko. Pero salamat sa Diyos nagtagumpay.
During this time, the Japanese had already captured Manila, but the Franciscans and Father Luto among them decided to stay with the people, even if, like the rest, they had to rely on food rations.
Pagkatapos niyan, ako'y naristino sa Albay. Ang isang pari ay nag-ibang bokasyon siya. Kailangan pari roon. 3 kami nga pinagpilian. Yung 2 Kastila ayaw pumunta roon. Mapapatay raw siya ng gutom. Ngayon, ako nang sabi, ikaw na Luto pumunta. Hindi ko po, doon pumunta ako.
On October 7, 1943, Father Luto became the assistant parish priest in Camalig, Albay, with Father Victorino Caballero as parish priest. Then in May 1945, he was sent back to Manila and was assigned as assistant parish priest in Santa Ana, Manila. While serving as parish priest, Father Luto also took time to study at the University of Santo Tomas, where he obtained a master's degree in education with major in national language and minor in philosophy and Spanish. In 1949, Father Luto went for a vacation to his hometown and to be with his family whom he had not seen for the past 20 years. This was also the festive occasion to offer his Thanksgiving Mass with his own people, the first of such kind in Lauan. But the occasion was not totally pleasant for Father Antonio, for it was then that he learned that his mother had been very ill for some time, so that upon his return to Manila, he brought his mother along for treatment. The love for his sickly mother nagged persistently at Father Luto's heart, and the feeling was made much painful for the fact that his own community in Santa Ana could give him only 50 pesos for the medical needs of his mother. Driven by the strong desire to take care of his sickly mother, Father Luto made a very radical decision for his life. He requested for and was granted an exclustration from the order. He therefore became a diocesan priest in 1949. As a diocesan priest, he would be constantly transferring from one assignment to another, bringing along his mother wherever he went. In the years 1952 till 1953, Father Luto served as director of the Diocesan Seminary in Calbayog, Samar, the Colegio de San Vicente de Paulo. It was during his directorship that the college, Colegio de San Vicente de Paulo, would become Christ the King College, run by the Franciscans. This time, his mother had already returned to Lauang. Still, the constant transferring from one assignment to another continued as a pattern of his life. Why was this constant moving from one place to another? Was the man not at peace with his own life? Was his constant wandering an indication that he did not find a space and a home as a diocesan priest? That his soul really belonged to the Franciscan family? Father Luto would later on find answers to these questions after God made him experience a severe illness and a strange dream.
Ngunit hindi ako nakabot sa alin, sapagkat natindi ang sakit ang ulo ko. Tumigil ako sa Katarman kay Padre Jose at inagaan ako mabuti. Ngunit tumitindihan sakit ng ulo ko. Ang ginawa nila, dinala ko sa ospital. Doon sa ospital, binigyan ko ng pagkain. Ayun pagkakain ko, natulog ako. And sa meantime, itong aking panahon na ito, ay napangarap ako, sumusunod ako sa isang prosesyon ng mga Fransiskano. Nagdadala ko ng kandila, ngunit wala akong abito. Nakapantalon lang ako at nakakamisa dentro. Nung pumasok ang mga pari sa simbahan, ako'y natumba doon sa may hagdanan. At hindi na ako makabangon. Pag sinisigawan ko sila Padre Jose, ay hindi maringig. Hindi ako maringig. Nagpatuloy sila sa simbahan at ako'y naratay doon sa daan. Magising ako, completely paralisado ako.
The doctors in Katarman were not equipped to handle the case of Father Luto. In August 1957, he was brought to Manila for treatment at San Juan de Dios Hospital.
Na aking pagpasok doon, walang sumasagot sa akin. Ang akala ng mga madre nga ako'y Franciscano pa, kaya pinapasok na lang ako. Nagbabantay sa akin ng kapatid ko. At first, tumawag sila ng espesyalista sa heart, si Dr. Augusto Camara.
In January 1958, Father Luto began to show signs of improvement, and few months more, he would fully recover, a development which he attributed to the Blessed Virgin Mary, to whom he was very much devoted.
Dumating ang akin obispo, bagong obispo sa Samar, si Monsignor del Rosario. Pinuntahan ako, sabi, kailan ka babalik sa Samar? Bibigyan ko ikaw ng chaplaincy sa Mina. Sabi ko, ay, hindi na ako pupunta, hindi na ako babalik doon sa Samar. Sabi sa akin ng Cardinal Porpin, ngayon, magaling ka na. Bibigyan ko ikaw isang parokya dito sa Maynila. Ako, Eminencia, salamat. Hindi ako nababalik doon. Hindi na ako, babalik na ako sa order.
On May 18, 1959, after obtaining permission from his friend who was already then the Cardinal of Manila, Rufino Cardinal Santos, Father Antonio Luto finally returned to the Franciscan order. He was first assigned to the Franciscan convent in Forbes Park, Makati, which at that time was only a convent and a shrine to Saint Anthony. And then in July 1959, he was again sent to minister to the people in Albay. It was during this time that he would enthusiastically show his deep love and devotion to the Blessed Virgin Mary.
No, ako'y talagang malubha na ay nag-promise na ko sa Virgin Maria na wherever I be assigned, mag-assign ako, mag-organize ako ng barangay sa Birhen. Luckily, doon sa Albay na yan, paggaling ko na magaling, sabi ko sa obispo, ako'y nag-promise na mag-organize ako ng barangay. Ay mabuti sapagkat walang ayaw mga pari dito mag-organize. Ay mabuti ikaw mag-organize. Pinagbigyan ko ang titulo ng Diocesan Organizer of the Blessed Virgin Mary Barangay. Sa loob ng 3 years, naka-organize ako at nalibot ko ang lahat ng bayan sa diocese ng Albay. Mayroon ako na-organize 26,000 trinities.
In 1970, Father Luto was called back to Manila and was assigned in the parish of Santa Ana. And then upon the suggestion of the Franciscan Minister General, Father Constantine Kozer, OFM, Father Luto left the Philippines for mission in Israel on August 5, 1976. He was then 61 years old.
Na-destino ako primero, nagsusitute ako ng pari doon sa Bethany, ang bayan ni San Lazaro, Santa Maria, saka Santa Marta. Sapagkat ang pari roon isang Arabe na may sakit, mga 3 buwan siya na doon. Pagkatapos ng destino sa Bethany, kinulap akin ako doon ka sa Monte Tabor. Ang saya-saya ko doon, marami ang mga pilgrims. Every moment there are pilgrims sa Monte Tabor. Mga Pilipinos, mga Amerikanos, at saka marami ang confession doon. Pag may mga santos servicios, mga pari roon, nagkukumpisal, ako nakataan doon sa pagkukumpisal. Després, pagkatapos ng 7 months, nakulap na ako sa Tel Aviv. Sabi, doon ka mag-asikaso sa mga Pilipino. Doon sa Tel Aviv, marami ang mga Pilipino. Noong doon ako, 1,700 ang mga Pilipino. At walang nag-asikaso kanila sa kanang instruction, ano pa man. Ang ginawa ko, organize ako ng mga Pilipino upang magsimba sila at ang aking pagmimisa, hindi lang sa isang pundo, sa isang kundi scattered sometimes. So that yung mga na malayo, pinupuntahan ko na lang sila.
After spending 11 years as missionary to the Holy Land, Father Luto finally returned to the Philippines in 1987. He was already 72 years old. He resumed his work in Santa Ana, Manila. At the same time, he was also assigned as confessor to the poor clerks in Betis, Guagua, Pampanga, and also as confessor to the seminarians in Our Lady of the Angels Seminary in Novaliches, Quezon City. By this time, though the spirit is willing, his tired body was already begging him to slow down. Now experiencing the difficulty of a failing eyesight, he requested to be assigned in a place where there is quiet and regularity of prayer and community life. On April 20, 1992, Father Luto was transferred to the Franciscan Novitiate, which was at that time in Marikina Heights, Marikina. And for the members of the novitiate community who accepted him, Father Luto was a model of obedience, of poverty, minority, fraternal concern, of prayer, humor, and joy. He was the most precious gift God has ever bestowed upon them. Indeed, Father Luto was a very precious gift God has bestowed upon the Franciscan order in the Philippines. Father Antonio Luto, what kind of a Franciscan was he?
Kung wala siyang ginagawa sa kumbento, siya ay nagmamap ng mga koridor sa napakalaki. Yan ang kanyang pinaka-exercise kasi wala silang katulong doon. At si Father Luto ay magaling din magluto pag wala na yung maid kasi oras-oras binabayaran yon. Tuwing supper time, kapag doon ang supper, siya ang naghahanda ng supas, siya naghahanda ng kanin at saka ulam. Lahat na yon kanya, pati paglilinis muli sa kitchen. So yung napaka-ordinaryo ni Father Luto doon, parang ganun nga. Hindi lamang siya nagmimisa para sa pilgrims, sa mga migrant workers, sa mga ambassadors, mga diplomats, kundi siya isang ordinaryong Friday din, isang servant. Dito naman sa atin sa Pilipinas, at least dito sa OLAS, masasabi ko na siya ay concerned na concerned. Lagi siya nagtatanong, kailan ako pupunta sa OLAS? First Friday na, magpapakumpisal na naman ako. So yung kanyang sense of mission ay naroon pa. Parang nag-aalangan kami, Father, parang dapat mag-retire na siya, hindi na siya ganun ka-active katulad nung una. Pero ganun pa rin ang behavior niya, kahit kaalis lang sa ospital, kahit kagagaling sa sakit, ay naroon pa rin yung sense of duty niya. Hindi niya iniisip yung sugat niya o yung sakit niya. Basta makapaglingkod lamang sa tao at makapagdulot ng kasiyahan.
Available siya kung saan man siya. He's really obedient, no? Until he was assigned to one of the hardest part doon sa couple noon. Ang inaccept niya yan. So, iba-ibang ministry kung saan siya in-assign, acceptable sa kanya, no? At saka yung marami ang nagpapa-advise sa kanya, no? Lalo na nagiging confessor siya sa mga cardinal, bishops, no? Ewan ko, mayroon sa kanyang bakit siyang tinatawag, no? Mayroon sa kanyang a person, no? Bakit kaya nagtatanong ako sa sarili ko, bakit ganon na-attract nagiging confessor siya sa itong mga ecclesiastical person.
Yung nga, matanda na siya noon nang mag-volunteer siya sa Israel at hindi na nga gaanong malakas ang katawan, nag-volunteer pa rin at kung maaari nga, kung pwede nga mapayagan pa nga ng sitwasyon, ay magpatuloy roon. Yung nga, yung spirit of adventure, if masasabi natin. At yung nga, spirit of mission na kahit sa ganong edad, ay meron pa siyang maiaambag sa custody of the Holy Land, lalo na sa pagbibigay ng karampatang paglilingkod sa mga Pinoy na medyo napapabayaan doon, lalo na yung mga housemaids na naroon.
Si Father Luto, napakabait na pare. Wala kaming masasabi sa kanya. At maalalahanin po siya, yun na isang bagay na mabuti sa kanya. Yun lang po. Yes. Mabait siya dahil tuwing manggagaling siya sa Israel nung araw na nandoon siya, basta po dumating siya ng Santa Ana, pumupunta po siya sa amin na isang bagay na napakalaki para sa amin dahil ang pare pumupunta sa aming bahay at siya lamang po nakakaalala sa amin ng ganoon. Mahilig siyang kumain ng saging.
Pag nakapulot kami ng pera, minsan kasi nalalaglagan siya sa office. Pag mga 5 piso, 10 piso, sabihin niya, ay, sa'yo na yan, manood ka ng sine ha, kasi mura pa naman ng sine. Teka, dagdagan natin. oh, mag-taxi kayo ha, kayong mag-asawa. Tapos, paglabas nyo, kumain kayo sa restaurant. Dagdagan natin, no? Ito, panay ang dagdag. Imbis na 5 piso lang napulot namin, dagdag ng dagdag. Pero pag G-centimo 5, sabi niyan, akin na. Pambili ko pa yan ng posporo. Yun lang yung niya. Madali siyang magbigay. Maano siya sa tao, yung madali siyang kausapin. Minsan kahit nga ayaw na niya, sa kakakulit ng tao, sabihin na lang niya, ay, kibarbaridad, tinamaan ng hangin, hala, sige. Ganun. Ganun po si Father Luto. Para bang hindi siya marunong tumanggi.
Nakilala ko si Father Luto, tanda ko, maliit pa ako, nagsisimba ako dito. Tapos nung finally makilala ko siya personally, nung nagtrabaho na ako dito sa parish office ng Santa Ana, nasa Israel na siya noon. Ang isang bilib na bilib ako kay Father Luto ay yung memory niya. Kasi nagbakasyon lang siya one time, tapos bali nakilala ko nga siya personally din. After that, every time na darating siya, natatandaan niya ako. Yung sa iba, hindi ako kagad natatandaan siya. Yung tandang-tandaan niya na, eto si Ross, tapos bibiruin pa niya ako. Hanggang nung bandang huli nga, ang biruan namin is, magtrabaho daw ako na magtrabaho, babalik siya sa Israel, at pagbalik niya, dadalhin daw niya ako as sekretary niya. Hanggang ngayon, nagbibiruan pa kami ng ganon, lalo pa pag yung, minsan nga na ospital siya, o padre, pagaling kayo kasi sabihin ko sa kanya dahil paano na tayo pupunta sa Israel kung ganyan nakahiga kayo.
Father Antonio Luto, a simple man, a Franciscan, a caring brother to all. He had traveled far in places and journeyed even far in time. How could one best describe him? A farmer sowing the Word of God? How could you describe a man who, after all the struggles he had been through, still came out joyful, uncomplaining, humorous, and optimistic?
Masaya ko, maski ang aking kasayahan diyan, pag tinitingnan ko ang dinaanan kong mga lubak-lubak, hindi ako nabiso na natisod, hindi ako na, tinatanan ko yan mga tentasyon sa akin, para may nang maghahawak sa aking kamay, na para sabi, oy, hindi tayo ito, punta ka diyan. Itong nanatili ang aking bokasyon. Sa panatili ng aking bokasyon, ako'y masaya. Una casita, casita, los infiernos.
What kind of a man was this? While he was very strict in the observance of the Franciscan and prayer life, still loved to entertain everyone with his favorite songs and jokes, who religiously confronted anyone who cheated him during a game of cards and chess. What kind of a man was he, who even without trying was always sought after by friends and acquaintances, both the young and the old?
He's one of the very holiest priests that we have from Santa Ana, belonging to the Franciscan order. His simplicity is just very contagious, and to me, actually, he really lived his vocation by making Christ present to us in a way, in his kindness, in his compassion, his simple outlook, and his piety, more or less. In my assessment, he is really a true Franciscan, living the ideals of his founder, St. Francis. And as I said, actually, his presence will make you feel the incarnation of Christ among us.
Father Antonio Luto, OFM. Indeed, he was just simply a man of God. He was a gentle glow of light among us.